Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to my house. That's Justin's house. It's time for another ServiceNow Store highlights episode, version 12/9/2022. I had to look at my calendar. And this is a massive update. This is the most I've done since I started doing this. There were 140 updates in the ServiceNow Store since our last video that I released on last Friday, actually. So let's take a look. We're going to go in order here. Compatibility, Creator Doc, Cognito app for vulnerability response, Notify WebEx connector, Privacy Hub by Rangu, Quality Clouds field analysis, all got compatibility with Tokyo or San Diego. I think one of them was San Diego, but all of them got compatibility updates with Tokyo and or San Diego. There were a bunch of minor fixes, 67, okay? So I am gonna just try to go through this as fast as I can. Admin Center, Alumni Service Center, Atlassian Jira integration for Agile development, Calendly Spoke, Case Playbook for product support, Coaching with Learning, Common Page templates, Content publishing, Data collection for Oracle Global Licensing and Advisory Services, Employee Center, EMR Help, Enterprise Service Management Integrations Framework, Google Directory Spoke, Google Docs Spoke. It seemed like every single GRC plugin got an update or got fixes in this particular batch. So I'll just say GRC is a lot simpler than reading all these, but it's like basically every plugin that comes with GRC. Healthcare and Life Sciences Management Core, Healthcare and Life Science Management Core. Looks like I have one twice. Okay, I've got a mistake. Hey, look at that. Even I make mistakes. After 140 of these, I guess 139 now that we delete the bad one, you're bound to get confused and put in the wrong thing twice. Okay, HR Taxonomy, HRSD integration with Success Factors, Instance Troubleshooter, Jack Henry Associates, J Exchange Spoke, Jira Spoke, Mobile App Builder, and Nucation all got minor fixes. And when I say minor, I'm talking like it was just like one line of one little thing, or it was a performance thing or something like that. But here we go again. Oracle Autonomous DB, Oracle Block Storage, Oracle Boot Volume, Oracle Compute Engine, Oracle Virtual Cloud Network Spokes. So 5 different spokes there from Oracle got fixes. Performance Analytics Content Pack, Vendor Management Workspace, Procurement Common Architecture, Procurement Specialist Workspace, Recorded Future for Vulnerability Response, Redox, Inbound Integration, Security Incident Response, and the Incident Response UI applications got fixes. Securonix app for security incident response, Service Bridge for providers, Service Graph connector for AWS, for SolarWinds, for VMware Workspace ONE UEM, all got fixes. ServiceNow ITOM subscription unit licensing, ServiceNow Voice for CSM, and the last few here, SIG assessment integration, Slack Spoke, task intelligence for customer service, vulnerability solution management, workspace service delivery components, and workspace app shell all got fixes in this batch. Man, that was a lot of stuff. There was also a bunch of localization support, particularly on the ServiceNow spokes and the ServiceNow application. So that includes Cisco WebEx meetings, client software distribution 2.0, GitHub, Microsoft 365, Microsoft Teams Communications, Okta, Pluralsight, Saba, Slack, SumTotal, SurveyMonkey, Udemy, and Workplace from Facebook. All spokes got some localization support. I think there might be something coming with Utah that I was just reading through this stuff that might be related to this. This is Justin just conjecturing. I'm not really sure. There were a few name changes. So Amazon CloudWatch, Amazon Route 53, Magnet, and Proactive Service Experience Workflows all got name changes in this batch of changes. And, my favorite category. Of the 139, 15 of them had useless release notes. They were either blank, the same thing as last time, or just no information. I'm going to click through one of these so you know I'm not pulling your leg. This is a great example of useless release notes or release notes fail. I'll click on the store link and take you to it so you know I'm not pulling your leg. If I go to other app versions, that's all we see for Tokyo in version 1.1.3. And there was some stuff in the previous one on November 3rd, but this is what I mean when I say release notes fail. It means I can't tell you what the heck changed in this application other than there's a new version and something changed. So who are the guilty ones this time? Automation Center, a ServiceNow app. Configurable Workspace for order management, also a ServiceNow app. Customer data models for B2B2C, also a ServiceNow app. Event Management Core, ServiceNow. Fujitsu Stanza, Health Log Analytics, ServiceNow. HR Service Delivery Virtual Agent Conversation, ServiceNow. OnSolve IT Alerts, Order Management for Telecom, Privacy Hub, Process Automation, Optimization, Content Pack, Universal Request Integration with Microsoft Teams, and Vendor Management Workspace. Our biggest offender, everybody, in this batch for release notes failed was ServiceNow themselves. Come on, everybody. You got to tell us what you changed so we know whether we need to update or not. Okay, so next up, new releases. This should be fun. There are 11 new releases since our last video. Let's go through these real quick. Deloitte GBS on now, a new release to accelerate your GBS transformation with Deloitte and ServiceNow. So result outcomes, engage, a one-stop shop for GBS services, digitize work across silos, gain robust insight. I think GBS is Global Business Solutions. I didn't see it actually spelled out, but I think that's what that is. If not, let me know in the comments. I'd like to learn what that really is. Next new release is esolutionsONE Claims Exception Workspace. Resolve more exceptions faster and compliantly with the Claims Exception Workspace. And so you can see here the key features: integration with the claims platform, a knowledge base, a workflow, out-of-the-box patient details using Patient 360, integrated downstream SOR updated with resolution outcomes, and it's built on the Healthcare and Life Sciences Service Management HL7 FHIR data model, Doc Intel, next level OCR that uses AI to learn over time, and subflows that can be reused in other playbooks. There we go. EY, Qualtrics, and ServiceNow Intuitive Service Desk. Wow, this is interesting. Operational and experience data unite for an insight-driven employee experience with Intuitive Service Desk. So Ernst & Young, ServiceNow, and Qualtrics unlock powerful employee insights to offer intuitive interactions. Let's see key features: single insight dashboard, internal use cases for transformative experiences and continued improvement, and pre-built integrations between Now Platform and Qualtrics working together in concert with core operating technologies. That sounds interesting. Fujitsu FlexForce, another new application. Take field service management to a new level with unparalleled scheduling optimization. Who wouldn't want that? It's a SaaS add-on product offering that builds from ServiceNow's field service management. We've got some key features here around schedule optimization, assigning orders, selecting optimization horizon, quantitative values, schedule optimization again, minimizing overtime and SLA breaches, maximizing productivity and fitness of assignment, prioritizing non-mandatory skills, and preferred agents. All from Fujitsu. Infobip SPOKE, a new spoke. Reach your stakeholders with the most reliable communication platform in the world. Key features: SMS management, send SMS messages, send bulk SMS messages. Requires integration hub, and it looks like that is the extent of the initial release. So that looks interesting. ITS Partners HAMx. Turn your hardware asset chaos into bottom line impact using HAMx, ServiceNow, and ITS to provide a quick and cost-effective on-ramp to asset management, freeing you from manual processes, lost assets, and inflated hardware costs. So functional features in this release: identifying assets, trading and outdating system, quick return on investment. Technical features: pre-built workflows, effectively manage and track IT hardware assets, maintain a holistic view, and eliminate the cost of non-compliance. Next up on our new apps, same ITS partners, but VRx, or vulnerability response. Take back control of your vulnerabilities with confidence. Key features here: organize the vulnerabilities, increased visibility and breakdown of silos, more time available to work on challenging security issues, maturity-based packages to align with license suites, some technical features around assigning, prioritizing, and tracking them, a new dashboard for ease of maintenance and support, and validation of security assets against existing CMDB data. Next up is ProntoForms, mobile forms for field service execution, so another field service application. ProntoForms ensures the world's most sophisticated heavy equipment, medical device, energy, construction, and utility organizations operate efficiently within compliance standards. Say that 10 times fast. Looks like lots of detail and information. Thank you for that. ProntoForms. Key features: drag and drop form builder, app-to-app integration, conditional logic, OCR barcode scanners, calculations, document scanner, repeated sections, document generators, and feature parity on the form builder are available on the mobile app. Interesting stuff this week on the new releases. Next up is the RSM ESG integration powered by TROI Planner. I want to say TROI, but it's all capital letters. So this one, key features strategic portfolio management, RSM TROI planning, ESG advisory management consulting services. I believe ESG is enterprise and social government, or not enterprise, environmental and social government, or environment and social governance. Initiative analysis and scoring of ESG projects via proprietary algorithm, integrated management initiative status, and automate and streamline information collection operations with automatic tabulation and workflow functions. Next up, Service Graph Connector for Microsoft Azure. Pay attention to this one, everybody. The Service Graph Connector for Azure allows cloud teams to integrate Azure data to the ServiceNow CMDB and ServiceNow workflows quickly, seamlessly, and securely. Use cases: visibility of cloud resource identities, relationships, and status in near real time, deep discovery applications and software for asset management, APM, and service operations outcomes. I was just talking to a customer about using cloud discovery, and this looks like a step forward for Microsoft Azure. Key features are ease of setup, complements other Azure cloud discovery, populate software details from Azure VMs, and no mid server required. Last new app in this batch, Service Operations Workspace Express List. This is brought to you by the Innovation Lab. I love highlighting the Innovation Labs that are doing really cool stuff. It's a new alerts list using the Express List component that provides an enhanced way for the user to triage immediate alerts. I'm going to click through on this one because you're probably like, what the heck does that mean, Justin? And there's a nice screenshot in dark mode in the Operations Workspace that kind of shows what they're doing here. And I think what they're getting at is this kind of stuff here and some tagging and decorator fields, kind of showing stuff so you can see it better. I think that's what it is. I want to get my hands on it and play with it. I think I can do this in one of my showcase instances, so maybe a video on that particular one in the future. We'll see. Lots going on right now. That is the new releases. Last up is going to be the highlights, the stuff I saw, and I was like, hey, we probably should talk about this in the video. There's 28 of them. Hope you can stick around here long enough with me. 1E Core got some updates, new features and functionality from the previous release are all there, and they added OAuth 2.0 secure authentication support for secure communication with 1E DEX. That sounded important for the authentication. They also updated their ITSM Connect application. All previous features are supported. There's that OAuth 2.0 supported. CI selector on the basis of the caller name. Think about that. So looking at the caller and then selecting the configuration item. Instruction segmentation on the basis of user roles, and change logos according to corporate rebranding. 1E is rebranding. Agent Client Collector for log analytics, a guided setup that assists you with planning the rollout of Agent Client Collector and performing the basic configuration to go live. So if you've been looking at ACC, check out the new guided setup. Amazon Connect Spoke changed the internal license check processing. That was exciting. Azure DevOps Board Spokes, a new authentication template for Spoke setup from the Connections dashboard. I believe that dashboard exists in Flow Designer. CMDB CI class models fixed some Docker container identifiers, OT or operational technology form view of the protocol converter, and change a hosting rule between the Docker container and the application configuration item. Next up, discovery and service mapping patterns, a new Dell EMC Extreme IO storage support. Azure deletion strategy didn't work for, or this is some fixes. It fixes in Azure, so my indentation is wrong here. Let's go ahead and fix that while you're watching. Detection deletion strategy didn't work for resource grouping, network and subnet patterns failing, database view, return duplicate records, and subscription tag details weren't discovered. So fixes there. Google Cloud Platform, wow, lots of cloud discovery fixes in this this release. Virtual server discovery was failing. Fully qualified domain name and IP address added to the GCP databases. There was an error in the platform, virtualized relationship, Amazon, AWS, so bunches of fixes. I'm not going to read all this to you, but definitely go check out discovery and service mapping patterns. Got a bunch of fixes, bunch of fixes. All right, number 9 of 28. Guardrails, now integrated with ServiceNow scan check definition, so real-time feedback on best practices. Microsoft Active Directory v2 spoke, new computer management, group management, and object management capabilities, and they changed the action name for metadata actions from lookup user additional fields, metadata, to get user additional fields, metadata. So just some change in the verb there, it sounds like. Microsoft Exchange Online spoke, added a creator update subscription for resources sample subflow to manage subscription lifecycle. SAP ECC RFC spoke, added a new in-queue lieu action to queue. That just sounds new in-queue lieu action. What in the heck? So some of this stuff I just copy and paste, and I don't read it until you see me reading it right here in front of you. And that is literally what it says. So if you're familiar with this SAP ECC RFC spoke, I hope you know what the heck that means, because I don't, but it has to do with the HR module user provisioning use case, and they added load balancing logon group connection alias for customers who use clustering server setup. Whew, that was a tough one. Service Graph Connector for AWS, bunch of fixes there, not minor fixes, but a little list here of handling throttling errors, list accounts, duplicate records, API wasn't handling large payloads, and fixed software inventory empty import records. So lots of stuff there. Service Graph Connector for JAMP, new support for mobile software removals, mapped last inventory update to most recent discovery for handheld device CI, and fixed a connection issue when upgrading from 2.7.1 to 2.9. Service Graph Connector for VMware Workspace 1 UEM, turn off software import option, prevented software import, add a condition for serial number mapping for computers, handheld devices, printers, and media players, and fix for test record loading 20 records taking a long time. Oh, that's interesting. Sitemap generator, this got an update. So one is you can activate or update it from the platform with the Utah release. Interesting, there's Utah again. And fix an issue with generating the URL element in the sitemap XML. So some changes there on the sitemap generator. I believe that came out in Tokyo, sitemap generator. SuccessFactors spoke. Oh goodness, a bunch of stuff there. Patch release of the spoke for Integration Hub includes a bunch of fixes. I'll just scroll down there for you. If you're using that, you may want to go check out those fixes. I'm losing my voice, so I'm not going to read them all to you. T-Systems connector, some enhancements and a bug fix. So some good stuff there on that connector. Let's see what's next. TalkDesk got a bunch of changes too. TalkDesk Live, configuring which ServiceNow Workspace records are popped. Oh, this is a contact center application. I forgot about that. Update incident action and pop records created through automated tasks. So that got some updates from TalkDesk. Tanium CI Introspect UI, added configuration action and configured sensor functionality, some bug fixes and performance releases. Performance improvement, man, I'm just mixing words up. Threat intelligence support common, added a report view ACLs for all of these tables. These are ServiceNow tables within the threat intelligence application. Looks like some MITRE attack, some many-to-many relationships with the indicator attack, and a scan and many-to-many between sticks to and incident and objects. Yeah, not as familiar with that application as others. Visibility content got an update. They changed some pattern logs in Azure VM, fixed a bunch of stuff. So around Linux and ACLs and Discovery and Azure and F5 and Oracle and Docker and IBM and, oh my goodness, Solaris, tons of stuff in there. So if you're using visibility content application, you may want to go check out that update. VMware Workspace 1 ITSM connector, introducing the employee self-service actions within the catalog, additional UEM actions available within the ServiceNow incident. So some updates there from VMware. Workspace calendar synchronization, new support for handling throttling events between ServiceNow, Microsoft Exchange Online, while synchronizing events on Spaces. Changed reservable sync configuration, subscriptions in Exchange Online again, fixes for some reservation, empty records, reservations, and no removal of capabilities there. Workplace Central, a stack plan saving process will now be performed asynchronously. You can track the same via a new progress bar. It wasn't a fix, so I didn't put it in my fixes bucket, but it was pretty minor. Pretty minor change from Workplace Central. Workplace reservation management changed some reservation approvals and rejections, mobile responsiveness, fixed some reservation stuff again, more reservations, more reservations, more reservations. So a bunch of fixes there and some changes on the workplace reservation management. Workplace reservations for Microsoft Outlook add-in. You can now exclude spaces and other locations from the Outlook add-in display. And fixed a virtual meeting link and fixed a virtual meeting link. So 2 fixes around virtual meeting links. You should definitely check that out if you're using that. This one was fun. I left this in Workplace Service Delivery Suite. I had to really read this and reread this. The release notes of the related plugins can be viewed on the respective plugins release notes. I had no idea what that meant. I was working on this at night and I realized this is the parent application to the Workplace Service Delivery stuff you just saw previously, and all that stuff changed, and I guess something changed here, but mostly what changed here was probably compatibility and support with those other applications, those dependencies, or they're dependent on this. But anyways, workplace space management also related. A stack plan saving process will be performed asynchronously, and there's that progress bar. And previously, the process involved extensive allocation changes that would get interrupted, and that has been fixed. We love fixes like that. And wow, I got through all of the highlights way quicker than I thought I would. That is SSH version 1208-2022. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share with somebody who you think might be interested in wading through all of the updates that ServiceNow put out in their store and finding out what's important and relevant to their ServiceNow instance. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.